And now it's time for our 3 cents, our featured topic of the day, standing up for yourself when you know something is not right.
Yeah, you know, now in sports, we encourage players to show good sportsmanship. We talk to our players about this all the time. Expressing your frustrations to an umpire or referee is often something you just don't want your kids to do.
Yeah, but on Monday's tennis match between a couple athletes, Coco Gauff and Laura Siegemund, there was issue of pace of play that led to Gauff going right up to the chair umpire.
Okay, so we want to give you our 3 cents on this, but first we want to show you the moment in case you missed it. So this is what's going viral right now from the U.S. Open on social media.
Oh, she said she wasn't ready.
Okay, here we go.
She's never ready when I'm serving. She went over the clock like 4 times. You gave her time violation once. How is this fair? No, you're calling the score after the point is over. It's not like we're playing 1 point. You're calling the score like 6 seconds after the point is over.
Yeah, she's 100% right.
You missed her like 4 times. She's never ready. It's not like we're having 30-ball rallies. It's 2 balls. She's going to... You're very quick. I'm not going. I'm going a normal speed. Ask any ref here. I go a medium pace speed. She's... But she can't. It's every single point. And everybody in this crowd knows you're not doing the job. I've been quiet the whole match. Why do you think they clapped when you gave her time violation? She's been missing for like 6 points. Not first set, every game, second set, every game. I didn't say nothing, but now it's ridiculous. I don't care what she's doing on her serve, but my serve, she has to be ready.
Okay, well said. As if she didn't have the crowd on her side enough.
Well, she spoke her piece. She was right.
Boiling over for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Okay, well, hopefully you heard all of that. For those of you who don't know the rules, tennis has put in a serve clock to help speed up the games leading up to the clip you just saw there. Siegemund's clock ran down multiple times, but she wasn't penalized on it. Gauff only spoke up after she served an ace, but Siegemund said she wasn't ready to receive it, and the umpire made her replay the point.
Yeah, so I played tennis through high school, and that was very upsetting. You serve an ace, and then you just have to redo it because the other one wasn't ready. That does not seem fair. You heard the crowd cheering, even the announcers saying, you know, well said, she was right. I mean, everyone watched this unfold, and I think she respectfully told the ump, like, this is what's going on. There was no cussing involved. She was just passionately, but speaking her mind to the umpire. So, you know, that's our thoughts for today. What's your thought about standing up for yourself in that scenario?
I mean, I was watching that video surprised that her microphone was up for the entire crowd.
Everyone
so the whole crowd could hear, you hear them chanting and cheering behind her. And like you hear the announcers say, like, she already had the crowd on her side. She got them even more when she did so, I think in a pretty respectful manner, say, you're not doing this fairly. You know, like, and like you said, you know, if you're doing a great job in this game and it seems like the umpires or the refs are not being diligent in, you know, judging both sides equally. Yeah, exactly. I can understand walking up and being like, come on, is this a joke?
Yeah, I think the first time that an umpire or a referee makes a mistake, you just chalk it up to human error and say, okay. But if it happens multiple times or even a second time, I think you need to advocate for yourself as an athlete in a respectable way. And as a manager of a baseball team, I have to deal with this quite a bit, where I let, you know, a strike, maybe that was actually a ball, if they call it a strike, let it go. But then at some point you've got to go up to the umpire and say, what are you seeing here? Because what we're seeing isn't even the outside corner of the plate. It's way outside. And if you're going to call it for this team, then you need to call it for our team. So there has to be a fairness there. And you got to speak up and advocate on behalf of your team.
As a coach, would you instruct a player to do so, or do you go up directly to
At the youth level, I like to handle it as a manager. I don't want the youth to be getting into the back and forth with umpires. And then there's rules and things. As in this example of professional tennis players, they have to advocate for themselves.
She's out there on her own, on the court. I mean, that's not like a team sport,
it's a pro sport.
It's her on her own. And I mean, the fact that everyone else saw it too, hopefully for her sake, kind of helps her case there. They heard her say it. They saw what was unfolding, and it just makes you wonder. I know umpires are humans too, right? Everyone's going to make mistakes or maybe not see something exactly how the players maybe saw it. So you still have to give them that. But after she said, what, 6 times it had happened,
And you're
You
right.
can kind of see in the ump's face. It looks like she's taking the criticism, but a little bit like, oh, I messed up.
She wasn't yelling back or anything. The ump just kept it in.
And she's probably going to take heed of it next time,
right?
Because she spoke up for herself. So I think that's a lesson learned to all of us, not just in sports, but in life in general.
Right.
Speak up for yourself.
Stand up for yourself in a respectful way.
In a respectful way. Stay with us. We'll be right back.